Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. Welcome to Let's Crack the Interviews. Let's talk about sentence correction. That is, spotting the errors, identifying the errors is the agenda for the day. And let's see a few examples to understand how we need to correct the sentences, predominantly the grammatical aspect of the sentences in the various competitive examinations. Sentence correction verbalizability test or spotting the error is an important part of English grammar test. It's a verbal aptitude test, and the common questions would be on identifying the errors in the given lines. So let's see a few examples to understand what kind of a grammatical errors being given and how to correct them and spot these errors. Spotting errors, error spotting, sentence correction are synonymous to each other, and predominantly the errors revolve around tenses, subject-verb agreement related issues. Right? Question number 1. Identify the part which has error in it. The creature on Mars, if any, are bound to be very different from us, not only in shape but also in size because of different gravitational conditions. The sentence which is broken down into 4 parts, A, B, C, D, and one of the parts has an error and we need to identify the error. Here the error is in part A. So instead of creature, we need to use creatures in order to justify the context of the rest of the sentence. The rest of the sentence, the context is talking about plural, like creatures on Mars, if any, are is a plural, are bound to be very different from us, not only in shape but also in size because of different gravitational conditions. Also, the definite article the is used on universal facts and general facts and for plurals. So therefore, they should be used before plurals. And the part B, it talks about plural in the sentence. Therefore, the subject has to be plural. Instead of creature, it should be creatures. Therefore, the error is in part A. So our answer has to be part A. Question number 2. Spot the part that has an error in it. Each of the speakers whom I invited to participate in the debate has indicated their willingness because of the short notice. So the error here is in part C. Yes. Because we are talking about each of the speakers, each is a singular, every is all singular, right? So each of the speakers whom I invited to participate in the debate has also singular, indicated their willing. There is a problem here, is a culprit, where so it has to be changed to indicated his or slash her, his or her willingness. That should be the change. Therefore, the error is in part C of the sentence. Question number 3. Spot the part that has error in it. She was wearing a wig that was far more attractive than the other woman who had their natural hair. So she was wearing a wig that was an artificial, hair that was far more attractive than the other woman who had their natural hair. The comparison here is far more attractive, comparing with the wig with the hair of other women. Therefore, the error is in part C. So it has to be corrected as the other woman's hair. So she was wearing a wig that was far more attractive than the other woman's hair, not other woman who had. So comparison not with wig and woman, it is between the wig and the other woman's hair. So the answer is C. Question number 4. There is only the plantain and an apple in the refrigerator. So let's go to the market and buy some more fruits. So here, yes, here the mistake, the error is in part A, because there is only the plantain. So basically we have one plantain and one apple. So we are not specifying about any particular plantain. Therefore, the a plantain, not the plantain we used. So there is only a plantain and an apple in the refrigerator. So we are not specific about any particular plantain, but we are specific about a plantain. So we're talking about one. So we should not use the definite article the, we should use the general indefinite article a in front of plantain. A plantain, not the plantain. So A is the answer. Question number 5. In tropical climate, it's necessary that a person drink several cups of water daily if he wishes to remain healthy. It's a natural fact and it's a nice sentence. But the error is in part B. Why? The person drink, we are talking about the person is singular. That person drinks has to be there. For a singular, the verb has to be singular. This is what is known as subject-verb agreement. If subject is singular, verb has to be singular. Subject is plural, verb has to be plural. There should not be any mismatch. So that is what is known as subject-verb agreement. That person drinks, as the subject is singular, verb has to be singular as well. Therefore, we need to use a singular verb, drinks. You know, friends, right? If you add yes, for most of the verbs they become singular. So the person that a person drinks should be there. So the answer. Question 6. The part of Madras that interested us the most were the beach and the museum, which we recommend to all friends who plan to visit that city. Though the error is in part A, because it's talking about more than one parts or places of tourist attraction, places to see. Therefore, the parts of Madras plural has to be used, not the part. The parts of Madras that interest are the museum, the beach, and other things which we recommend to the friends. Question number 7. If one reads the newspaper regularly, you will be surprised at the improvement in your overall reading skills from day to day. Again, here the error is in A. So if you read the newspaper, because the context and the rest of the sentence is talking about you, second person you will be surprised in your overall reading skills. So correspondingly, in part A, we need to change it to if you read the newspaper regularly, you will be surprised at the improvement in your overall reading skills from day to day. So it should not be one, it should be if one reads the newspaper, it should be corrected as if you read the newspaper. So part A is the answer. Question number 8. The young man was surprised to find that his experience as a tutor had been used as the basis for the protagonist in a short story written by a former girlfriend. So the error is in part B, because the experience had been used, it was already written in the past tense. The book was written, the story was written by a former girlfriend. So we need to just use as a tutor was used. His experience as a tutor was used as the basis for the short story. Right? So it was used, not has been used. So B. Question 9. Many working men and women have been able to acquire a university degree during the last 10 years after many universities started correspondent courses. What is correspondent courses is the culprit here. So it has to be changed to the real expression is D. The error is in D. It has to be changed to correspondent courses. Question 10. His father advised him to forget the past and stop crying on spilt milk and to work hard in the future, avoiding the mistakes he had committed earlier. It's an idiom, right? So the real expression, correct expression of the idiom is to stop crying over spilt milk, not split milk. So the error is in B. We should be corrected to crying on spilt milk, milk which is spilled, not split milk, spilt milk. There's a spelling error there. Question 11. To this day, the Pythagoras theorem remains a very important single theorem in the realm of mathematics, including algebra, geometry, and trigonometry. So the error is in B, because it remains The very important single theorem, we are specifying it as the only very important theorem. So very only important theorem. So the very important is should not be used, and it remains the most important single theorem compared to other aspects of mathematics. Therefore, it remains the most important single theorem. Very should not be used. Very should be replaced by the most important single theorem in the realm of mathematics. So, answer is B. Question 12. Psychiatrists claim that the dream process can offer insights into how the brain has worked, though it cannot be taken as the final evidence. So, here the error is in C, yes. How it should be rectified is a generic fact, and it is a generalized generic fact. All generic universal facts should be represented in simple present. Therefore, how the brain works should be used, not the brain has work. Brain works, which is a fact and which has to be in simple present. So, how the brain works. So, the answer is C. If it is futile to discuss this further, since neither him nor you are going to agree with the other on this issue. The answer is B. So the real expression of this pronoun here is neither he nor you, not neither him. Neither he nor you is the right to be used. Question 14. People in many parts of Africa are suffering from chronic undernourishment because of the total absence of rain for 4 consecutive years. Sentence with 4 parts. The answer is in part B, because the real expression, the correct expression, we usually say chronic undernourishment, not chronicle undernourishment. Isn't it? Chronicle is a journal specifying time frame, so it should be chronic ailment, chronic disease. Chronic undernourishment is the reason for the people in many parts of Africa suffering from chronic undernourishment because of the total absence of rain for 4 consecutive years. So B, the answer. Number 15. The ground felt very smoothly because of the flowers that had fallen in profusion from trees which were in full bloom in the spring. So the error is in part A, yes. We should say the ground felt very smooth. The ground felt very smooth. Smooth is an adjective. Here we're supposed to use adjective. The ground felt very smooth. Smoothly is a verb, so we should not use verb. We are talking about adjective here, like ground. The ground felt smooth because of the flowers that had fallen in profusion in big number. So we should use a correct adjective. The adjective form is smooth, not smoothly. Smoothly becomes verb. So exactly. Question 16. My friend who returned from Florida after a stay of many years there said that the climate of Florida is very much like that of Madras in summer. The mistake is in C. The climate of Florida was, because there returned, he experienced it, and just talking about past tense. Therefore, the climate of Florida is, there's a mistake in that part C, which is to be corrected as the climate of Florida was very much like that of Madras in summer. Question 17. The chairman did reviewed many details connected with the probability of the company and then decided further expansion plan. The 4 parts is a good sentence. The error is in A, cause did reviewed is wrong. Whenever we use a did, the ground rules, the standard rule is that we should use present tense of the verb. Not review, we should use review. The chairman did reviewed is wrong, so we should be changed it to the chairman did review many details. Chairman did review many details. Did should always be followed by the simple present tense verb. That's a universal ground rule. So we should not use past tense reviewed, we should use simple present tense review. So the chairman did review is the